All of my life, I have wandered, looking to find a place where I could belong, a place where I could be accepted for who I am, along with all of my imperfections, a place where I could finally drop the mask I've been forced to wear since my childhood, a place where I could be my authentic self without judgment, a place where I could consider those around me my true friends, my crew, my brotherhood, my clan, a place where I could be part of something greater than myself. Along my path, I have come across places that showed promise, and every time I did, I was filled with hope. With such hope, I could not help but say to myself, every time, without fail, perhaps I have found the place where I belong at last. Perhaps I needn't wonder anymore. Unfortunately, every time, without fail, the hope was in vain, for with the passage of time, all I found from such promising places was my eventual alienation, my eventual estrangement. The main reason being I was divergent at my core, despite sharing levels of similarity. That is to say, my thoughts, my beliefs, and my feelings were different despite going through similar life experiences. It seems those that have allowed their mind to close have allowed their ignorance to deepen, which in turn distorts their perception of reality. When one's perception of reality becomes distorted, they can no longer see objective truths of the world. They lose sight of what truly matters, and they lose sight of themselves. At that point, no amount of common sense can reach them. Instead, the common sense one provides becomes the justification to their settled positions of irrationality, in which one is branded by the labels of a pretender, a poser, a rat, or a problem, thus making the rejection of such an individual justified. In my every rejection, I made another realization. That realization being, no one tried to understand the roots of my divergence. They never stopped to ask themselves, how could someone be so different despite going through what we have gone through? How could someone who claims to be like us possess a different mindset and love that which we detest? This realization fills me with a bottomless pit of disappointment, and every rejection seems to cut deeper into my soul. To this day, I still wonder, my soul, weary and tired, looking for a place where I could belong, unable to escape the same fate. A fate where I find myself to be an outcast among outcasts. My hope has been reduced to embers, and I know not if it will be enough to last me for the path that remains ahead.